humanitarian situation.
Let's talk now to Ezzedine Shokri Fishere, who is a distinguished fellow at Dartmouth College and a former Egyptian diplomat in Israel. Good to have you with us, Mr. Fishere. Can we start firstly with this threat, this discussion that Benjamin Netanyahu is having with his security cabinet on reoccupying all of Gaza? If this happened, what would it mean for the people who live there?
Well, it means intensifying the conflict more. It means more horrific images are going to come out of Gaza. It means more victims are going to fall. Only in the last 48 hours, 92 Palestinians have been killed. That means there will be more and more of Palestinians killed. It means hostages' life is also at risk. And it means political turmoil is going to continue and intensify. Sadly, if we do not offer the parties a path to a permanent ceasefire that responds to their main concerns, it is more likely that this is the direction the crisis is going to head to.
You don't just think this could be a negotiating tactic on the part of Mr. Netanyahu? Some are suggesting that.
Well, it could be, but those are not mutually exclusive. And a tactic that involves moving tanks and bombing people and so on is a lot more than a tactic for the people on the ground, for the civilian population, but also for the people who are exposing their lives in this fighting. This is, even if it's thought of as a tactic, it has real life consequences.
We heard from the UN today that they believe it would have catastrophic consequences. We've just been speaking to the Red Cross as well about their real concerns at the moment that this is not going to come to an end anytime soon. Given there are so many statements made every single day that then don't seem to go anywhere, do you think that there is a viable path forward now?
Yes, the only viable path I see has to respond to two main concerns. Israel is not going to stop its operations, let alone withdraw completely from the Gaza Strip, let alone allow reconstruction of Gaza, unless it has rock-solid guarantee that Gaza is not going to be a source of threat for its citizens again. Israel had made it very clear it's not going back to the pre-October 7th situation. So whatever solution we come up with has to fulfill that one condition. At the same time, to achieve this, you have to find a way for Palestinians to exercise self-determination and to live freely and in dignity, and to do this without this becoming a security threat for Israel. So a solution that gives those two conditions has to involve a third-party presence in Gaza, because Hamas is not an acceptable power to remain in Gaza after a withdrawal, and because the PA is too weak to do it and Israel is not interested in cooperating with it. So you need the third party. And if you look around, the only third party that enjoys enough trust among Palestinians and Israelis is Egypt.
Would Egypt be willing to take this on, though? They have many problems of their own, an economy that is struggling. It might also involve taking in many thousands of Palestinians into Egypt.
Egypt is not going to take anybody into Egypt other than Egyptians. And the president made it clear over and over again. Last time he said this morning. So what I'm talking about is Egypt becoming a custodial power. It is not going to replace the Palestinian Authority. It's going to help the Palestinians, both Hamas and the PA, build a Palestinian state, but while taking control of the Gaza Strip itself in agreement with Israel. What I'm talking about is Egypt stepping in order to play that third-party role with agreement from all sides. However, as you said, Egypt has problems of its own, and it really would rather not play this role. It's a big ask, and for Egypt to accept to carry this responsibility, it's going to need help and support of Israel and the Palestinians in the region and the international community. And not only economic support, but political and military and security support, so that this doesn't become a source of tension between Egypt and Israel, or between Egypt and the Palestinian factions.
Mr. Fisher, very interesting to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us.